ourselves. We were not sure that we can qualify. But when we start the qualification, and then we had the momentum, they win against South Africa away. That gave us the confidence that we can also make it. And after that, I think the subsequent ones we've done very well. Yeah. We've been in every World Cup till today. So it's very important for us this time around. We have to make sure we maintain 100% record in qualifier.
All right. Whereas in your time, the win against South Africa turned the corners. The win against Mali could potentially be the turning point for the Black Stars. We'll see about that. But let me tell you something special which is coming up. Massive thank you to all our partners and all our sponsors. I've got this message for you. It's coming from Hisense. It is the 2024 Hisense Euro promo. Introducing the Hisense Euro promo. Elevate your Euro 2024 experience with unbeatable deals on TVs, sound systems, and mobile phones. Also, catch every match in stunning detail with our state-of-the-art high-definition 4K, QLED, and mini-LED TVs ranging from 32 inches up to a whopping 100 inches, providing you all with all the goodies to choose from. Also, feel the stadium atmosphere at home with crystal clear sound from our sound bars and speakers, and stay connected on the go with your latest smartphone from Hisense. From the 10th of June to the 15th of June, rush to our showrooms and grab your favorite at discounted prices and immerse yourself in the excitement of the Euro 2024. Terms and conditions do apply. For further inquiries, please call us on 030-255-0000 or visit our website, hisense.com.gh. You can also follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people. Also, big thank you to EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, Bedimafo Herbal Clinic, Oyariphobia Kai Se, Bedimafo Herbal Clinic, Tabia Takum, Berimebia, Takum. All right, so massive thank you to all our partners and to our sponsors. They are making sure this game comes straight into your homes. Well, the match day 4 run of games have already started. We've got some exciting results already coming through. Let's go through them then to know that it's not all rosy for all teams that are competing in it. So Sao Tome and Principe were beaten at home by Liberia. Meanwhile, Djibouti and Ethiopia ended in a 1-1. DR Congo solved Togo by a 0-0, and Mauritania at home lost to Senegal by a 0-0. Meanwhile, Namibia and Tunisia played out a goalless draw. So those are some of the results that are coming through. Also, Botswana away from home beat Somalia by 3-1. Equatorial Guinea saw off Malawi by a 0-0. Then, this one then, for Nigeria, what a disappointing start to their campaign to qualify to the next World Cup. No win. They lost more recently today against Benin. It ended 2-1 after Nigeria took the lead in this game. Also, Uganda were at home. They took the lead, but Algeria rallied back to win by 2-1. Then Guinea-Bissau and Egypt played out a 1-1 draw. Mohamed Salah coming clutch for Egypt once again. All right, Nigeria and Eritrea, that game has been cancelled because of, the issues happening with Eritrea there. So there's still plenty of football to go around, which we will be getting into. Meanwhile, let's take a look at that Mauritanian-Senegal highlights that came through from that fixture. Senegal coming out as champions as well. Senegal, obviously the AFCON didn't go the way they wanted to go, but having been to the World Cup, they would want to be there again, and yet they cannot take chances. They need to win games. They need to show the new breed of players that are coming through are ready to take the next step.
And that's the most important thing at this point to Aliou Cisse. I mean, he would have wished that his team went that far, the AFCON. They went all the way to winning the competition in Cameroon, and you'd have thought that if they had probably navigated their way past the Ivorians, who knows how far they would have gone at the AFCON. It didn't happen. But what you can see is that he's trying to introduce a lot of younger players into the team because some of the other guys are phasing off, right about now. So it's only smart and it's only wise that he's introducing these guys. The only challenge is that quite a number of these guys also do not have experience at the international level. I mean, if you're born in France and you play in France, or you're born in Belgium and you play in Belgium, if you have to play in Mauritania, it's a completely different ball game. If you have to play even in Senegal, it's a completely different ball game. That's why they dropped points at home to DR Congo a few days ago. But they managed to get a very important win against Mauritania on the road, and I believe it has gotten their World Cup qualification back on track.
Like as a coach then, as a player as well, there's a time where you've got a massive pool of talent. And you saw Senegal, they won the AFCON with them, they went to the World Cup, they were brilliant. But the transitioning, how do countries transition from one great generation to the other and get the balance right?
Yeah, for me, I think you need to have a solid, good coaches at the bottom, coaches that can have the same philosophy as the main team.
Yeah.
You know, with that, I think it can help with the transition. And when you look at player qualities, I think your league too should be very competitive. You should have youth teams that are in the country that are doing the right thing, are educating players very well. With that, then you have the quality when you bring them to the national teams. Transitioning to the main team is very, very important, and I think Senegal have done it so well, you know, and also they always make sure they put their players in one of the best leagues.
Yeah.
It makes it easy for them to go to France because of the language barrier. So for me, I think it has helped them a lot to have a solid team in the senior national team. I'm not surprised at all that Aliou Cisse did very well with them. It's something that they work on for a long time. It did not come in a day. They work on it. They make sure they educate the players in the academy levels and the teams locally, and also making sure that they put them in the right leagues, like Germany did. You know, even coaches, they try to educate coaches, put coaches in one of the best leagues in the world, try to bring their national players to those teams so that the players will have playing time, so that when they come to the national team, they will have quality in the national team. So I think these are some of the things when you put in place, and you put in place well, and then make sure you focus on that, you can have a solid team in your first team.
Absolutely. Well, as we speak now, having seen the way Madagascar also, as we speak, are topping that Ghana group, and they've shown themselves to be capable of causing problems. They played against Comoros in that game where, of course, Ghanaians had their eyes on it, and many people were watching and focusing on it. It is important then for Ghana to pay attention to what other teams in the group are also doing.
I mean, that's what happens when you're not playing alone.
Yeah.
Results of other games won't matter to you as well. And I'm sure for many Ghanaians who are following the other teams in the group, they would have seen this game a few days ago. The thing is, we saw Madagascar against Ghana in the early qualifiers, and what a game they gave us. I mean, they could have easily won that game, game in Kumasi. It was just a momentary lapse of concentration that cost them on that day. We saw how good the thing is. The thing with Madagascar and Comoros, for a lot of people who would have thought in the past that these are teams that are going nowhere. Most of these guys were not born in Antananarivo or were not born in Moroni. Most of these players you see there are coming from France. Their parents went there, their grandfathers went there, went to work. So all they know is France. But you and I know that these guys are miles away from getting into the French national team. So all you need is a manager who would convince them to let them know that they have a chance with Madagascar, they have a chance with Comoros. And that's why they are playing for these guys. So you may think that these are not footballing nations on paper, but their managers have been able to get them together and play so well. It's understandable to see how well they are performing for their national teams at the moment.
So for me, I think there are no minnows in world football now. You know, because of coaching education. If you have a very good coach that knows how to build a team, I think you can go against a lot of. Look at the results in Nigeria against Benin.
Yeah.
You know, in let's say 10 years ago, Nigeria, Beninois have no chance against the Nigerians. But now you can see, even Comoros, Madagascar, playing against Ghana, you can see how tactically they are very disciplined. You can see the game plan clear. So that shows that they have a very good coach behind them. Also, I agree with you, because when you are born in France, you had a chance of playing in the French national team. So most of the players that doesn't get the chance to go there, they make sure where their background is, they go there, and then they have a chance of playing in their national team, so that maybe in future, when the team have a chance of qualifying to the World Cup, they can also come out and then prove to where they were born that they have what it takes to play in the World Cup as well. So for me, there are no minnows in the game, in the world football now. What matters is how well a coach can build a team and face any team in the world.
All right, so then that is what is happening currently, and that game is of concern because of Ghana's group. Meanwhile, Ghana is taking on Central African Republic. Ghana can now focus on their own games and make sure that they win them to just get a hold of that group. So tonight, they'll be hoping to make it 2 out of 2, and it's going to be Otto Addo's, if you like, second competitive fixture in his second instinct. Let's talk about that game in Bamako. Did he give us any signs of Otto's work, team building, the ability in coaching, tactical tweaks. What did you make of Otto's performance at the Black Stars in Bamako?
There was one thing that I recall from the press conference when he was officially named Ghana coach for a second time. He spoke about team organization, he spoke about team culture, and he spoke about instilling a certain level of tactical sense into the team. So, for example, anyone who paid attention to our second goal, it's the 90th minute, we're in time added on, you get a point in Bamako, you should be very happy with that. But in the 93rd minute of that game, Fatau Isaaku is pressing for a ball. He wins the ball, and that's how we score the winning goal. And that's how come we get our World Cup qualification back on track. For me, these are the little things that you want to see the coach add. But Otto is not going to be teaching these guys how to play football. He's going to be teaching them little things, believe, with a tactical organization, how to approach the game, mindset, stuff like that. That's what you see of the big teams. It's not the coaches who are going to be teaching these guys anything. These guys have come through the ranks. They know what to do. It's just the little things that make a difference on the day. And for me, that was what I saw. That was my, if you like, what I picked from game one. The question is, how often are we going to be seeing this now? So now he gets another 4 days to play a second game right away. Are we going to be seeing all those ethics being instilled into the players at this point? So if he does that today as well, we play well, we get our results, the players start believing, then you're saying, okay, I can see the hand of the coach on the team. But if it's pretty flat, like we used to see in the past, then you say, he's probably not adding much, and maybe he needs a little more time to get the team going. So let's see what happens today.
All right, we'll see what happens in Kumasi, where the Black Stars will be taking on Central African Republic. We'll pause for a very quick break, and when we come back, we shift all our attention to that all-important fixture tonight. It is the Black Stars who are hoping to go on and grab other 3 points to take them to 9 in the Group I. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is GBC Client Service.
Hello, thank you for calling.
GBC provides you the platform to amplify your brand reach. When you advertise on our 7 TV channels
and 18 regional and district radio stations across the country,
please reach our sales department at sales@gbcghanaonline.com and telephone numbers 0303 959604 and 0303 959605.
For all customer care issues, reach us by email care@gbcghanaonline.com and on telephone 030-3959-605 and 030-3959-606.
GBC, still the most authentic voice.
Mribi etwam apomuden ho nsem agye nsem ho emma osoro yedin emasase ediawereho enti onyankopon nam da esumu eda enua eni habama ebegye adasama enkwa ekire adujamfi onyankopon de yare nyina so tumi ahye Dr. Tamda Sonsa dise di wawuo anase yesie no ko a ene wontimi kakra bi begye wayaresa ewo Kumase abuakwa agogo frayen 0244 774282.
Oyalfo bia kaise udimafo midimafo heba clinic Dr. Tamda Sonsa.
The Fufro Krabetum, a high sense hero promo. Ye crado na ya hobua, na konya na bedawama. TV, sound system, mobile phone, ya titi so say who? She Hero 24 no high sense TV so 4K definition papebi. Yes, also QLED and a mini LED TVs. Inches bia wupebia. A 5032, akosi 100. She shomne you dear. With the high sense TV, Asha Hero 24. Asa uti stadium ho. And in down. Sound no emu clear. Na ukra high sense mobile phone. Bebia with Michelle. Every 10th, every 15th June. Adi AF4, na yasa teswo. Eye high sense hero promo. High sense hero promo yi. Kwasu wo high sense showroom bia. Enti koho na kwa jiwo die. High sense everyday prices for everyday people.
So you're welcome back. If you just tuned in, welcome. If you are still here with us, thank you for staying. Anyway, massive thank you to our sponsors. Big thank you to Hisense. They've got a message for you. It's 2024 Hisense Euro promo. Introducing the Hisense Euro promo. Elevates your Euro 2024 experience to an unbeatable deal on TV sets, sound systems, and mobile phones. Catch every match in stunning detail with our state-of-the-art, high-definition 4K QLED and mini-LED TV ranging from 32 inches to up to a whopping 100 inches, providing you with all the goodies to choose from. Also, feel the stadium atmosphere at home with crystal clear sound from our sound bars and speakers, and stay connected on the go with our latest smartphones. From the 10th of June to the 15th of June, rush to our showrooms and grab your favorites at discounted prices and immerse yourself into the excitement of the Euro 2024. Terms and conditions apply. For further inquiry, please call 030-255-0000. You can also visit the website at hisense.com.gh. Don't forget to follow Hisense on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, and on YouTube. Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people. Massive thank you to EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, Medimafo Herbal Clinic, Oyerifobia Kaise, Udimafo, Yemidimafo Herbal Clinic. Takum, Tabia Takum, Bermebia Yetakum. All right, now, attention switched to the game in hand. To the game in Kumasi, the Black Stars taking on Central African Republic. Let's take a look at how the Black Stars look like in terms of their profile and what to expect. Yeah, by now you know already. This is the Black Stars. Otoado is the coach. He's going to be playing. It's the second stint of his. Thomas Partey captains the team. Andrea Yu has 120 caps. Asamoah Gyan still remains the all-time top goal scorer of the national team with 51 goals. Ghana's home stadium, many of them, the country has plenty stadiums, so none is dedicated to the Black Stars. Okay, so then, in terms of FIFA ranking, currently Ghana is 68th in the rankings. The highest ever they've been is 14th, and then the lowest has been 89th. Ghana have been to the World Cup for 4 times. They are hoping to make it 5. Their best results at the Mundial has been the quarterfinals in South Africa 2010. What about the players to watch? Mohamed Kudus is that boy who lit up the Premier League with West Ham, and he is in midfield. Surely going to be playing for the Black Stars today in midfield. He's made 44 appearances, scored 14 times, created goals 7 times. All right, so then there's the Arsenal man, Ghana's captain, Thomas Partey. He can pass, he really can. His passing accuracy is 90%, and there you have him there, also recovers balls very well. And so they'll be hoping to get him to feed the attackers a lot more today. He captains the side. All right, so that is how it's going to be looking like for Team Ghana. Thomas Partey surely now the captain is going to be starting. So we'll be getting to the lineups in a jiffy. But look, Thomas Partey now has to take on many people. Let me come to many people have said he doesn't look like a leader. He's not, maybe simply because of the perception of leaders who act it, who yell, who look like it by the way they act. You see, one of those you call a leader, but he does the leading with action.
Yeah, for me, I think we have different type of leaders. We have leaders that are very loud, and we also have leaders that are very calm, but very effective as well. You know, looking at Partey, you know, you looking at someone that is playing the Premiership, and anytime Arteta plays him, you can see his contribution is very top. And it's showing on the walls that this squad that we have is one of the leaders. So why not as a coach? For me, what he brings to the table, and most of the players will be looking up to him. So definitely he's someone that you can let him lead. Looking at him from afar, I've not been very close to him to know him very well. But looking at him from afar, I believe he's a silent one. Someone that is very calm, but the players are looking up to him. So if I am taking care of the team, I'm handling the team, he's one of the people that I will say, okay, I can trust him and give him the leadership role.
What kind of leader as a professional footballer did you work with more? What did you prefer? The ones that are vocal, the ones that are in your faces, or the ones that are like Partey?
You know, we have different personalities.
Yeah.
You know, and if the leader is very quiet, I will make sure I surround him with the ones that are very loud, because you need to mix it up. You know, because there are places or situations that you need someone that can approach the situation very calm, if he's a leader and he's very calm in every situation, he handles it in a calm way. He need people around him to. Let me give you a typical example like Stephen Appiah.
Yeah.
When Stephen was our captain, you have someone like me, Sule.
Yeah.
And sometimes SCN is also a calm type.
Okay.
But someone like myself and Sule Mutari, and then John Mensah, he doesn't speak much, but when he fires up, you can see he have it. So for me, if you have a leader like Partey, you need people around him that are a little bit explosive.
Yeah,
that
has to be that blend.
Yeah, yes.
All right, so Partey will be leading the Black Stars for sure today. We'll tell you more about the lineup. But now, let me come back to you on that game. While we see the highlights, when Ghana were away in Bamako, Ghana won by 2-1. And the way they won it was interesting because Ghana had to come back from a goal down. We saw this game together, but you've had a lot more time now to assimilate what happened. The first half wasn't all impressive, but something changed in the second half. What changed for you, like?
Yeah, for me, I think is the second half approach. First half, it looks like we gave the Malians too much respect. We sitting back and even the lineup. You know, sometimes people, every coach is different. You know, Otto playing 3-4-3. For me, he went into the game and the way he started in the first half. For me, he went into the game for him to sit back and then soak the pressure to frustrate the Malians. But when you are sitting back, I believe when you are sitting back, the moment you win the ball, you should have offensive transition going forward to punish the opponent. I think he gave too much respect for the Malians in the first half. But in the second half, when he opens up and try putting numbers in the Malians half, you can see we had opportunities, even though in as much as we were playing the same system, sitting, we have a much balance in the team. In the first half, we know tactically we were a bit of indiscipline because we have front three. If it's 3-4-3, we have front three, and it looks like Semenyo is right in the middle. Kudus Mohamed is right behind him instead of him staying a little bit wide on the left side. Noama on the right side. We did not see that. But in the second half, it looks like he made some adjustment or he prompted them that we are mixing something from the left side. And you can see with proper balance, that's where all the 2 goals came from.
Absolutely.
Like in the first half, we did not see that. So it's a game of 2 halves. First half, we sat back, but second half, we took the game to the Malians.
That's what you expect from your coach, that when something is not working, he's able to rectify it with the players available. And Otto himself said it in the post-match game that he thought the team won the game from the bench.
Sure. I mean, if you see the introductions that were made, I think for me, that's where the difference was all about. Because in the first 45 minutes, to be honest, I didn't see... for me, it felt like either the players did not understand how they were set up on the pitch or they were taking too long to warm up to the game. But in the second half, that's clearly a manager who has seen the first 45 and knows that, look, I need to approach this game differently. And if you look at the substitutions that he made, players who would come in and cause the opponents some headache, give them a reason to think just a little bit. And the Malians at that point had taken the lead. They thought they were okay, sitting back, shutting up shop, and then maybe taking our team on the counter. But we pressed and pressed and pressed. And when you have, a team, you're playing against a team that is pressing so hard and pressing so high and have nothing to lose. Sometimes you could switch off a bit. I think the Malians switched off a bit, and then we took advantage of that and got the 2 goals.
Yeah, for me, in the second half, when the Black Stars got an equalizer, it looks like the Malians wanted to win the game.
Yeah.
So they were pushing players up. They were pushing players. You can see they got some chances, but that's when I felt this is the time we can also punish them on the transition, and that's exactly what happened. When Jordan came in, Jordan is someone that doesn't want to sit. Jordan is someone that can go. He wanted to go and make something happen in the opponent half. So I think that's one of the positives that changed the game. He put players on, even in the first half. We have players that can go forward. But it looks like they were sitting back. Because Ghana, we are attacking team.
Yeah.
We are attacking team. So in the second half, when we start to go high, we start to go press high, we put numbers in the box when it's necessary. You can see we cause them the upset. When you look at the goal that we scored, we have 3 players in the box against about 7-8 Malian players. But we still have numbers in the box. That's how come we got the goal.
Right. All right, so then the Black Stars won away from home, coming back from a goal down to win. Meanwhile, Kumasi, this is how it's looking like. The fans are ready. The stadium is ready, and Ghana is ready, hosting Central African Republic, which we will be talking about very, very soon. We want to look at how dangerous they can be as well. And so, yeah, if you're not in the stadium and you're watching us, don't worry. The game is coming to you right at home. And Kumasi has always produced some good memories for the Black Stars. They'll be happy to be playing there.
Of course. This is a venue where we rarely lose. I mean, this is a venue where, some of our greatest moments in our history has been made. So I would want to believe that the lads know this. And on the back of that result against Mali, it would only drive them to do a lot better. It's just that they would remember that the last time CR was here, they gave us a lot to worry about, a lot to think about. In fact, they scored the first goal and we had to find a way to come back into that game. On paper, you would say that the momentum is with us. Our boys are in that kind of mood where they would want to go in and make things happen. But they would be the first to admit that these days is not a stroll in the park. You need to go out there and earn it. Raul Savoy has had a lot to say as far as this game is concerned. And he would want to, if you like, get something out of this one. But they have a fairly set of good players. I mean, everyone will recall Geoffrey Kondogbia.
Yeah.
I mean, for all of these years. Trying to get a look in France never happened. He chooses to play for the country of birth of his parents. Probably that might be the star player in the team. But I think that overall, we do have the quality. I think that we would have the fans on our side as well. And that should be more than enough to get us a result.
All right, so then, that is the stage. It's just about set for the big kickoff that is to come. Let's talk about Central African Republic then. I mean, they have shown, and Kwame has mentioned, they are shown to be a difficult team to crack at times when we play. They are not shy to sit back, but when they break, they can be devastating. Is that where the game can be dangerous for Ghana when Ghana comes out against them today?
Yes. If Ghana doesn't start the game well today, I think they'll have problems, because the Central African Republic, we all know the last time they were here, they cost us a lot of problems. So for me, I think we should take the game to them early, like I said in the game against Mali. We should go out and play our game, because we know now teams are playing good football, and teams come in and they are not scared. They are not scared to sit back, especially when they play in Ghana. When we start the game first 10 minutes and they see that, they can handle us, then that's when they come out and then try to create problems for us. So like I said earlier on, now teams are playing good football. So for us, you have a very good technical team that can guide you and then give you game plan that can go and approach the game well. They can cause upset. So for me, I think we shouldn't underrate them at all.
Right.
We should go in. We play in home. The fans will be behind us. Like we know, if we don't start the game well, Ghanaians, we don't have patience. So we go in and then kill the game from the start. And I think we are going to enjoy the game throughout the 90 minutes.
Right. All right. So, coming all the way from Kumasi as pictures of the Black Stars warming up and getting themselves ready. If you can see the players kicking the ball and testing the goalkeepers, you can see those who are busily warming up properly for the game. It gives you an idea of those who are started. And I was just paying attention to it. We'll get to the starting 11 very, very soon. But can we now have a look at how Central African Republic's profile looks like and what players we should be worried about coming into this fixture? What players will be causing the havoc and who could potentially be striking at the goal of the Black Stars? Because they've got a lot to say in this competition or in this qualifying as well. The Wild Beasts is their nickname. Central African Republic Football Federation. Raul Savo, Kwame said he's had plenty to say. Their captain is Geoffrey Kondogbia, and he has also been scoring some important goals for them. All right, so let's look at how they rank. All right, so we see something happening now. Congratulations to Jordan Ayew on his 100 caps. And so today, he earns his 100th cap for the Black Stars. And so his teammates, after warm-up, are gathering around him to celebrate this moment with him. 100 caps. That is quite something. Not many players get there. And you've played it. You know how difficult it is to represent your country 100 times.
Yes, consistency, for me, I think he's one of the best players that I've ever played for the Black Stars. Getting 100 caps, it takes a lot. You have to be very consistent in your club level, and then the national team as well. If you are regular in your club level, definitely you get a national call-up, and when you come with your performance, I think you get playing time. So for me, all credit goes to him, and he's done well, and he continued doing well. For me, I think he will go more caps than the 100 because he still have a lot in him.
Yeah, so he's got plenty in him. His brother, though, his elder brother, Jordan Dede Ayew Andre, he has 120. I'm thinking Jordan is going to be eyeing 121 just to become the all-time.
But don't underrate Dede. Dede will surely come back to the team. No. Yeah. He will surely come back to the team because I know he have that lion heart that he wanted to play more, and hopefully if he gets his chance again, he will come and then make sure he proved to everyone that he can still play.
He's been presented with a golden boot. Hopefully today he puts on the boots that can find the back of the net for the Black Stars being surrounded. It's a beautiful thing to see being surrounded by all his players. And the captain of the side, Thomas Partey, also then giving him something I think the players have done. Not too sure what is on there. Forever in our hearts, I think something. All right. Oh, okay, so Ricky Romeo, he was the physical.
That's right.
The trainer. Yeah. Yes, sadly passed away a couple of months ago, and the players, mourning and showing their condolences to all who have been affected by that. All right, so then touching, very touching.
Yeah.
And very considerate from the players.
Sometimes it's very sad to have someone close to you in the team, and the memories in the dressing room is the key. Someone that you see him in front of you. Romeo is someone that I think you make them ready for the coaches to come in. Definitely he's the first person you meet on the pitch before the coaches will come in. Absolutely. And then put their knowledge across. So for me, I think it's a very painful one, but hey, we all have to meet these days sometime.
Our condolences to everybody who's been affected by the passing of Romeo. Now back to the football that is going to be played today. We've already spoken about Central African Republic, though. Now let's talk about how Ghana could potentially shape up. We'll get to the lineup, but news coming through is that there's been 3 changes that have been made to the team that won away in Bamako. Tariq Lamptey is out of the team. He sits out today, and Antoine Semenyo as well is not starting at the game. And so that is the lineup that you see. Lawrence Asisi is in post for the Black Stars. Ali Dusaidi, Thomas Partey, Mohamed Salisu, Abdul Fattah Isaaku, Jordan Ayew, Gideon Mensah, Mohamed Kudus, Abdul Samad Sales, Kamaldeen Suleimana, Alexander Jiku. That is how they start today. So, like I was saying, it is Tariq Lamptey who is out of the team today. There's also no place for Antoine Semenyo in the starting 11. And there's another player who's out of the team that didn't play. Nyama as well started in Bamako, is not there. But in comes into this team Abdul Fattah Isaaku. Also in comes into this team Kamaldeen Suleimana, and then Jordan Ayew, who are all starting into this game. Kwame, 3 changes. What do you think the thinking behind it is?
Okay, so I can see what the manager is trying to do. It reminds me so much of that game we played against Nigeria in that doubleheader that determined we qualifying for Qatar. He started Isahaku on the right-hand side of the attack because he loves that player who can cut in, send a few crosses there, and then can also strike the ball as well. And then I can't recall who he played at the other side, but it looks like Kamaldeen Suleimana will be fitting in that hole. Kudus will play in the hole just behind the striker. Looks like Jordan Ayew for me. Yeah. And then he's playing Thomas Partey and Salas right in front of the back four from what I see there. So clearly you can see what the coach is trying to do.
All right. We'll take a very quick break. When we come back, all our eyes will be in Kumasi, where the Black Stars will be taking on Central African Republic. Lai will have his take on the lineup and what to expect in the first 45. We'll be right back.
The games draw crowd and attention. The games draw debate, arguments, and sometimes fight. This is because of the skills, the tackles, the goals, the saves, and even the tears. Emotions and passions are the heartbeat of the game. Be our partner on Sports Highlight every Monday at 8 p.m. on GTV Sports Plus and GTV for the whole package. Sports Highlight, your total ticket to the discussion.
Across Africa, a new era has begun. Shifting our focus to a new horizon, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow. Today, we are making a brighter tomorrow, built by our dreams and our energy. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future. A Pan-African future. Together. EcoBank. A better way, a better Africa.
Ye de foforo kra betum. Eye Hisense Hero promo. Ye krado na ya hoboa na konya na bedawa ma. TV, sound system, mobile phone. Ye titi so say who? She Hero 24 no Hisense TV so 4K definition papebi. Yes, also QLED and a mini LED TVs. Inches bia wupebia. If it 32, akosi 100. She shom na you dear. With the Hisense TV, Asha Hero 24. Asa uti stadium ho. Any door. Sound no emu clear. Na ukra Hisense mobile phone. Bebia with me she. Everything 10th, ever 15th June. Adi afo na yasa teswo. Eye Hisense Hero promo. Hisense Hero promo yi. Kwasu wo Hisense showroom bia. Enti ko ho na kwa jiwo die. Hisense everyday prices for everyday people.
Qualifies Africa, where Ghana is in action with Central African Republic. Massive thank you to our sponsors, to Hisense. So Hisense everyday prices for everyday people. EcoBank, the Pan African Bank, Bidimafo Herbal Clinic, Oyarifobia Kaise, Udimafo, Yemidimafo Herbal Clinic, Tabia Takum, Oberemebia, Takum. Like, so you've seen the lineup, you've gone through it. You are trying to look at how the team was going to shape up. What have you made of it?
Yeah, for me, I think the three changes happened because of the way the coach wanted to play today. In their game against Mali, you can see they went 3-4-3. And then today's game, from the way I see the lineup, it will be 4-3-3. It can be 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. Depends on the personalities you want to play in those systems. So for me, I give Otto much respect, because if you go into a game with different system, you have different type of players that you believe can help you on the ball and off the ball. Looking at the team on the ball, let's say we're building up. I think if we're building up with two, then Partey and then Salis will sit right in front of the back four, and then Kudus will go a little bit wide, and then drop in Jordan a little bit in the hole to provoke the two opponent centre backs to come with him. That will allow Kamara in, because he have that speed. Shakutu can go run in behind the opponent backline as well. If you want to build up with one, then you have no choice than to push one of the older midfielders up, which I believe can be Partey, because we know Partey, when he's surging forward, he can help the attackers very much. Have 1-6 and then push Jordan, push Kudus in the half space of the pitch, and then push Partey in the half space to give you that balance, that diamond in the midfield, and then allow Jordan to stay in between the two centre backs, so that he can occupy them in the last line. So for me, I think it's very good that I've seen Otto changing three players, but he has changed system as well. So that shows that he's coming to approach this game in a different way, and he's giving most of the players a chance, which means he have a very big squad that he believes in, most of the players in there.
It's surely an attacking lineup. If you looked at the way we started in Mali and the team that looked like at times a back five or a back three, this one straight away looks like an attacking lineup, based on what Lai has even described.
Especially if we have possession of the ball. I mean, depending on where we have possession. I mean, if we have Kamaldeen, someone who we know can, really attack from the wings. We have Isaku, we have a Kudus who can hold on to the ball and is very pacey as well. We have a Jordan who can hold the ball. You have Alidu or Gideon Mensah who can support from, the laterals as well. I mean, we could have as many as 5-6 players when we are in offense, and a team that can also defend as well. So for me, this is a great starting 11.
Massive game coming up. Black Stars, they do need 3 points. But the danger here is you're playing against an opponent who, as we've all said, were a problem the last time they were here. They probably have nothing to lose. And that is how the standings look so far. Central African Republic are in 5th place with 4 points. Ghana in 3rd place with 6. But they can get 9 points. Madagascar, Comoros, Ghana all have the same points. Mali have got 4. Chad have become the whipping boys in this group. But with Central African Republic, though, they do not have the greatest reputation as Ghana have got on the international scene. They've got nothing to lose. Is that where they can be dangerous? Anyway, guys, we have to go straight into Kumasi now at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium, where the Black Stars are ready to kick off against Central African Republic. It is the World Cup qualifiers, a place or a game that could potentially help them book a place in the World Cup. So enjoy the first 45 minutes.